Alrighty, got my little insect fire going under these gigantic mango trees. Since the wind's blowing, I think I'm going to talk a little bit louder. But here we go, straight into it, huh? So this Stephen guy, I mean, take him with a grain of salt, right? He calls himself Christ. We are all Christ, but I think he thought he was the only one. Perhaps he is, I don't know. I don't know how God works, so.
Flat Earth theory is impossible. It's impossible to look south in the southern night sky to see the Southern Cross constellation from different continents simultaneously. The sky is imperfect.
So again, from two different places, opposite, like if we were on a flat Earth disk, from two different opposite places, you cannot both see the South Cross, the Southern Cross, right? That doesn't make any sense. So like, like the Southern Pole Stars and all this kind of stuff, right? Northern Pole Stars, very easy to justify with flat Earth. But with the Southern Pole Stars, you cannot. Again, disclaimer, globe Earth is just as much bullshit. We are entirely stationary. However, the inside is moving, okay? The most simple Gnostic truth, as above, so below, as within, so without, because above is within, below is without. I've come here to smash all the concepts with Stephen.
Earth, Australia, and he's looking at the Southern Cross, right? Okay, so if you turn around, if I just turn this around, this guy is, there's another guy, oops, let me get my camera, all the way there, the southern tip of South America. He can look south too and see the Southern Cross. Now they can't see the Southern Cross simultaneously unless they are not on flat Earth.
So, they cannot see simultaneously the Southern Cross with this, flat Earth that's a disk. It just does not work, right? But with a torus field, it does work. With a hollow Earth, it does work. With a concave Earth, it does work. Here's another one. So, as you see far away, there we go. So as you see far away,
that is amazing footage right there.
You can see that the boat is on top of the boat that's closer.
That is outstanding. So we're looking upwards, because my camera altitude's only a couple inches over the water. So we're looking upwards over this white boat.
So also lasers, I didn't find this video, but you can see lasers even curve upward. Guys, light curves upward into the center as it returns to that counterspatial octahedron, I think they call it, right? It's like a pyramid. It's like a diamond, right? And it's funny because Raji was right on it. The only thing he missed was that it's in the center of the world, right? So here's another damning proof. These are my favorite proofs, by the way, that are just so simple, so easy, right? So the first one was the Southern Cross. You cannot see the South Pole stars with this, flat Earth model. So it's time to evolve. It's time to upgrade. It's time for the new codes. Flat Earth was a stepping stone. Now it's hollow Earth because there's only one way the universe makes energy. So again, it doesn't work because of the Southern Cross. It doesn't work because when you look at boats far away, you can see them higher than other boats when the horizon should be going down, according to globe, or the same thing according to flat Earth. So both things out of the window. Now we have flights. So a jumbo jet tilts 2.5 degrees up, and now the argument for this is like the globe Earth model argument, or even the flat Earth model argument could be the 2.5 degrees is because of gravity, right? Again, there is no gravity, folks, and that's why this one makes sense. Bullets sink when you're shooting towards the west, and bullets rise when you're shooting towards the east, because there's a centrifugal and centripetal force coming from the middle of the Earth, which is this esoteric symbol in the middle of everything, the hollow Earth, right? So that's the black sun. And see, that's why the black sun makes so much more sense in that model, because the black sun is in the middle, not under the ground, which makes no sense. No, the black sun is what holds and contains everything in the middle. And that's what's, lighting up the sun, lighting up everything, whatever. I'm not going to get into specifics because I'm not a 100% professional. I'm just showing you a dummy's guide to obviously disproving flat Earth. And obviously globe Earth, because it has to be stationary. How can you observe truth if it's not stationary? It's impossible. So, again, this jumbo jet is tilting 2.5 degrees up, traveling at 9.5 miles per minute, right? So if I had no tilt, I would lose 60 feet in altitude every minute. So every minute I would, the plane would go down 60 feet. So again, only 2.5 degrees up, jumbo jet. Now check this out. So Concorde jet, much lighter. So it's not a matter of gravity. It's not a matter of weight, or it's not a matter of the centripetal push. So this thing here, is going up 5.5 degrees. What's up? Good timer. Where are you off to? Here, I'm getting stream sniped by my friend over here. Oh, he's going to his farm. Okay, but anyhow, so let's go back. So this Concorde jet is going much faster, 22.56 miles per minute. So of course it would have to tilt up higher. So ask yourself, why is it tilting up higher? Because even though it's lighter, right, it's going faster. And so as it's covering more space, right, as it's covering more distance, shall we say, because it's not outer space, it's inner space. Of course they flipped it upside down, right? Because again, it's the space within us. The world is us, so everything makes sense. Anyhow, so for this smaller, faster jet to go, it needs to tilt up higher. And check this out, guys. An even faster plane, the Blackbird, has to tilt 8 degrees up. Not 5.5, not 2 degrees, but 8 degrees up. Because you look how fast it's traveling. So even with the basics, such as an airplane's travel and it tilting a little bit up already discloses the truth that you need to know. It's very simple, folks. So let's hear what he has to say explaining this.
For the jumbos, the jumbo jets, the Boeings.
What else you got? How about a little bit faster plane? Voice of reason? Is this voice of reason a reason for you? Look at a Concorde jet. 5.5 degrees up. Yeah. Who are you working for? I'd like you to show your face.
Okay, anyhow, okay, you can go into that and look at that. Let's keep moving. Let's make this a shorter video, right? So here's a little diagram.
The striations, interference, the solar and the curved rays of the sun interacting with the magnetic flux at the lips of the metallic rind of the Earth. The ionosphere is actually just glass. It's an insulator.
So at 100 kilometers, we hit the glass ceiling that's referenced in Genesis 1 and 6, or, separating the waters from above and below, right? So what is separating it? It's the glass ceiling. That's why we see these spirits, right? We see these sprites, actually, sorry. They probably are spirits too. We see them topping off at 100 kilometers. And we also see the aurora borealis bottoming at 100 kilometers. So, man, I would love Raji to look into this, right? Because the aurora borealis, what he talked about so much, right? The northern lights, of course, bottom out at 100 kilometers, exactly where the glass ceiling is, the ceiling is. And at the same time, what do you call it? This can only come about with glass, with the refraction of glass. Same with the red sunsets. I mean, there's so many ways you can go. So I'm just going to, again, try to keep this as simple as possible. Another one is the Gegenschein. So you cannot prove lunar eclipses without the Gegenschein, right? So this is how it happens. So nothing is covering the moon. There's a solar maximum, which is where the sun is, where the sun is shining. And then there's a solar minimum at the opposite. So this Gegenschein is probably one of the most censored topics, because if you look it up in Wikipedia, you get basically nothing. So here it is. So the sun being on this side of this inner ball, rotating around it or orbiting around it, right? Inside of the earth, right? Because the mom is the womb, Mother Earth is the entirety of this world that we live in. It's not a plane. We are not on a planet. It is a womb. It is a tomb, okay? Just like Santos Bonacci always says. So again, as the sun comes around, the sun's light comes around, at different points are the moon reflecting at different angles. But once it gets to this, let me take the subtitles out. Once it gets to this solar minimum, anti-solar illumination, right? They call it the Gegenschein. That's the German word for it, I think. And again, so once it enters right in there, where the light is coming out and coming back in, there's a blind spot, right? Another thing I noticed, guys, was this also is such a beautiful image, because it's like the light of the mom, or the butt, or the vagina, right? And then the penis of the father inside. And it's this movement between the spirit, the ether that's shaking the celestial glass sphere, that's orbiting and constantly moving inside, with this earth and of course the light surrounding outside of it. So creating that magnetic toroid, right? So again, counter space is not somewhere, or is not where we are living. We are living on the edge of the earth, okay?
Bullshit answer. The top of a
So yeah, you can look up the blood moon lunar eclipse
convex
stuff as well. The other thing I think I will show you though, cellular concave earth, that's all you have to search up. Very quick. I like to go to popular and look through. Look, I even made timestamps for you guys while I'm studying. This one, the 22 proof. Some of these things are repeated in this 12-hour video, but it's all good. Trust me, it's all good. So here, this is the last thing I'm gonna show you guys before you guys do your own research and dive in, is rainbows, halos, glories, whatever. So look at all this UV radiation block, shortwave radio scattering at 100 kilometers. I mean, come on, there, Operation Fishbowl, where Hillary talks about where she's gonna blow up the freaking glass ceiling, or the shatter the Most High, or whatever she said. Right, meteor showers, right? The meteors origin right here. The scientists can't figure this one out. Hello, the Bible talks about this thing up there, where it comes down. This is where we get the Germans saying hail, hollow. Where do you think hollow would be, that name comes from? Hollow earth, halo. That's where we have a halo on top of our head, because really it's not about me or you, it's about us. So what does the halo imply? That one is clear, one is thorough, one is holy, right? So there's obviously a hole here that's projecting, that's coming in, right? Like, just like, how do you say? It's almost like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a tether. Yes, I think that's the best way to explain it. So we're like tethered, just like the sun is tethered. And yeah, so that's the whole thing about the halo, because the light, the information, the whatever is passing through the head. So all these different kinds of redshift, it's the, what do you call it? It's the unevenness of the glass in the sky. That's like, there's like bumps on it because it was damaged at one point. So many, greenhouse effect. A lot of UV radiation is being blocked from up there. Yeah, so the lightning, upper atmosphere lightning. So many things at 100 kilometers. Auroras, yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. So many different things. Libyan desert glass falling from the frickin' sky. So yeah, all these kinds of things. I think the last thing I'm just going to show you is the different... Here, let's esoteric. Let's come up if I... Yeah, this is what I want to show you. So every single occult thing that we know is coming from, again, the ecliptic, the solstices, the equinoxes, and of course that relates into concave hollow earth. Again, God only works in one movement, which is the torus field, which is the path of electricity. So how are flat earthers going to deny this? How are globe earthers going to deny this? Impossible. As above, so below. As within, so without. Again, within is above and out is below.